Hello and buenos dias. Good morning. I am going to just talk about my project because I've got a lot of new people interested in the project. So I'm going to talk about it in English first y luego me voy a hablar del proyecto en español. Entonces por favor tengas paciencia y por favor espera hasta el final para escuchar las ideas del proyecto en español. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make a few points. Some of the references in which I will make are Pedagogía 3000, that's in Spanish, so I can't translate that one. But that is an alternative school program which you can find online. You can find all of their manuals and information on why alternative schooling is really important and how that helps the children in this day of age. Because we've got some really special children in the world right now. A lot of crystal children are coming out, a lot of indigo children, just a lot of children with really special needs and desires and goals in the world. Like mine, who loves fire. Everest. Eso, muy bien. Pedagogía 3000 has all the manuals on what those kinds of children need, what kind of schooling they need, what kind of therapies they need. And it's a really great resource. So one of their things that I really love is they have a concept called siete pétalos, or 7 petals, which is really important to me because I had always had this really big dream, and I wanted to help so many different populations. I wanted to try and bring in so many different people to make it work. And I was always told by my mom and other people and stuff like that, your project's too big, it's never gonna work. But to me, it seemed like it would because it's integral, which means that it's got different foundations in order to make it actually work. Everest, we're not gonna do this right now, yeah? He wants me to just keep lighting matches and then he blows them out. So that's one of the things about these special children nowadays. The 7 petals, right? I just wanted to bring out one of the informations. So look, this is one of the manuals, for example, of the Pedagogía 3000, just so you can see kind of like what they talk about. And this is like one of their ideas of the 7 petals, right? So there's 7 petals relates to like sustainable energy or sustainable construction. So that's where the geodomes are coming in, that's where the tree houses are coming in, that's where utilizing bamboo is coming in. Because here in the Amazon jungle, they have tons of trees, but we see that trees take a long time to grow. They have bamboo as like almost like it's one of the most sustainable parts about the jungle. It's what absorbs all of the rainwater and holds the earth to be more of clay rather than soil. So the bamboo is really important, and it grows 1 meter or more every month depending on the rain during the rainy season, right? So it's something that grows really quickly. You can also eat it, you can utilize it for construction. I make flowered pots with it, maceteros. I make I'm sorry, I'm forgetting how to speak this in English. Speakers and jewelry and earrings, and I make how do you say that? Needles to do, how do you say that? Tejer. Not so. what did the ladies do with the 2 needles? Not crochet. I'm forgetting how to say it in English. Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay, well, I make some other things with them. And so one of them is sustainable construction. One of them is art. Another petal is music, using the physical body. So in the physical body, in the jungle, what I want to do is, one, have like a canopy tour and an adventure park, right? Or kind of like an American Ninja kind of thing, but using all of the jungle and resources there to have it be a fun physical adventure. Also there, having a woman's hut for the adolescent girls who are pregnant and often get ditched by their families, get ditched by the man who got them pregnant. And so just having like a physical center of healing there. Also having a geodome for yoga. I wanted to make sure I had all the things right. And so we've got the physicality, the music, the art, the ecological sustainable center, spirituality, so having a temple where we can come and practice meditation, practice prayers, study all different kinds of religious beliefs, from the native culture to Christianity is really popular here in Peru. Even Mormons are popular here in Peru. Hindus are really popular here in Peru. So just having a sacred space where each one can practice their own sense of spirituality, and having a center of tolerance and co-creation, right? And so then they also have like a science petal, which is also like the logical science. And hey, these glasses aren't ours. One of our kids forgot about them. Do you want to try it out? Okay, here, I'm letting you try. So having like a science center to study and do experiments, and having that logical center, right? So my brother has always been a super cool dude. Like, he in high school was working with prosthetics, and he was like the creator of the robotics club in high school and everything like that. So that center is really going to be dedicated to my brother and all of the cool things that he does, because he is just a phenomenal man. Like, right now he started up his own business right after college, and he's working on some really, really cool science things that sometimes go over the top of my head, but I love to try and learn and understand what he's doing. But he's a biomedical nanotechnologist, and I know so many children here who would love to study medical engineering, because here in Peru, a lot of medical supplies are really old, right? So my sister just got cured of leukemia after 3 years, but here in Peru, they can just give you blood infusions, and that's that. So making a science center that allows these children who have so much interest in doing medical engineering, and hopefully getting my brother down here to lead those children every once in a while when he's got free time, is really important to me. So that's one of the other petals. And and the ecological sustainable part as well. There'll be everything from permaculture to compost, to utilizing compost gases that are secreted into sustainable energy, as well as like solar panels and windmills and water mills, and teaching those children how to make those. Here in Peru, it's really interesting. They don't utilize a lot of sustainable energy, but it's one of the topics that they teach in schools all across the world. All across the nation, and they teach you how to make windmills, how to make water mills, and things like that. And a lot of native villages don't have those kinds of resources. So one of the populations is those native villages, and teaching them how to make these materials and give themselves a further help, right? So, hey baby, hey. He's just a little. And so one of the other parts of the petals is obviously just education, right? So in my project, the education will obviously be alternative school systems. Because I truly believe in the divergent thinker and the divergent student. I was very much a divergent student as well. I was a very kinesthetic student. You would often find me up in class, trying to move, trying to just do some yoga in college. I was always getting up and going to the back of the class to do yoga because I just could not sit and listen to a lecture for hours. It is so draining. So having a alternative school system for children, and for the adolescent women that come and have babies at a young age, giving them the opportunity to finish schooling and education. So I talked about the Pedagogia 3000, but another system that I will be using is forest schools, which is really popular in Europe, mostly in the United Kingdom and Germany. And so I think that would be a really good fit here too, especially in a project that is deeper into the jungle, because those children spend so much time with their parents working the land. And so giving them a school system that is more convenient and more used to what they're used to doing will help make the education sink in more, right? And it'll also be more congruent to their morals and philosophies. So those two school systems would be really good. And then one of the things that we're going to do in order to financially support the project is having tourism. But what I'm going to do is have just like yoga certification programs or therapeutic retreats of people of like 10 people, not too many people coming in at one time, but they have to be able to stay for at least 3 months, because Peru here allows you to stay for 6 months without a visa. I want them to be able to stay for 3 months or more, in order for the children for street children and people, orphans, to be able to feel like they're not just having people come and go, and that they're not worth the stay, right? So that's one of the promises that the tourists have to make, and how I'm thinking about doing it. What my business plan is having like tree houses. Is having tree houses that hold about 8 to 10 children in each tree house. And so then having one of the adolescent women that have their babies be or like one of the old women that you often see on the side of the street that are just poor, living in the streets. One of those two populations being like the house mom of the orphanage, right? So each little treehouse, each little geodome will feel as though they are a family unit rather than a number in a huge building. And it also gives a purpose to the old women that live in the streets. They now have a place to stay, a work to do, a healing center, and they have so much knowledge to impart on the children. And the adolescents as well will have a place to study, will have a place to care for their child, and will have a place to have education. So I'm just going to take a moment to kind of draw out the picture. So that way we can all kind of get on the same page. And okay. So, can I turn this around? Yes, I can. Ok, chicos, chicas, gracias por tu paciencia. Ahora me voy a dibujar. Entonces, mientras que estoy dibujando, me voy a hablarlo en los dos idiomas para que todos podamos estar en una solo lugar, ¿no? Entonces, una de las cosas que, una de las referencias que te puedes mirar es Pedagogía 3000. Entonces eso es un sistema de educación alternativa, y si ves, eso es hablando de los científicos que estudiaban las nuevas necesidades de los niños y niñas de hoy. Entonces eso es un sistema de escuelas alternativas re hermosas, y ellos hablan de 7 pétalos. No, Everest, mira, acá está todo para ti, ¿ok? Entonces tú te metes por ahí y yo acá. Ok, entonces los 7 pétalos es una parte de la pedagogía 3000 que dice que hay 7 necesidades de los niños, ¿no? Entonces el proyecto se va a tener el centro, donde estamos viviendo en casas en los árboles. Y tenemos acá casa. Entonces va a estar como que un centro con las casas en los árboles. No, mira, estoy haciendo algo importante, Everest. Entonces tú tienes todo eso para jugar, ¿ok? Mira, muchas cosas, ¿ok? Seas feliz. Entonces, ese centro de del flor es más o menos el centro donde vamos a vivir. Entonces, vamos a tener casas en los árboles, vamos a tener domos geométricos y cosas así, ¿no? Entonces, eso es la vivencia. La vivencia. Or living center, right? The living quarters. Ha. Okay. Entonces eso es el centro del proyecto. This is the center of the project. And so we're going to have one petal por eco-sustainability. Una parte del proyecto es la ecología o sostenibilidad. No, look. All you do is you open it and you close it. And you open it and you close it. Ok, entonces en esta parte que vamos a hacer son como que molinas de viento, molinas de agua. That looks more like a flower. Pero eso es, this is the wind and water energy. Vamos también a tener paneles solares. Vamos también a tener compostaje. Compost. Estoy dibujando eso muy pequeño. Vamos también a tener permacultura. Permacultura. Etcétera, ¿no? Entonces, acá también, no, eso es en la física. Sí, entonces eso es como que la escuela de cómo construir molinos, cómo usa la energía sostenible, cómo usa la energía de luz para calentar agua, para darnos luz, cosas así, ¿no? Cómo usar el compostaje y sus gases para tener energía sostenible también, ¿no? Entonces, otra parte muy importante en los 7 pétalos es el físico, ¿no? Físico. Entonces acá vamos a tener un domo geométrica para el yoga, para tai chi, para Qigong, disculpa. Vamos a tener una canapitor en los árboles. Entonces estamos como que así, con puentes colgantes y ya llegamos a otro árbol con ¿cómo se dice? Swings in the trees, como que un sistema de ninja americano, ¿no? Everest, vete. Ay. Americano. Stop. Stop. Why are you such a leech? Hang out with this stuff. Over here, you don't have to touch me every second. Ya, y como que juegos en la naturaleza. Entonces, otra parte importante para ellos es el arte. I'm gonna put you down. Ok, entonces otra parte es como que el arte. Entonces acá vamos a utilizar lo artesanías de cultural de acá, ¿no? Entonces como que la arte nativo Ashaninka, más Ashaninka porque donde estoy eso es los nativos que hay. Ellos hacen cosas re lindo con semillas. Ellos embodar. Ellos saben cómo hacer tintas de la naturaleza, cosas así. Entonces eso es re hermoso. También vamos a hacer esculturas. Esculturas con las plantas chéveres. Ya, bájate, juega con el lápiz. No, stop. I need 10 seconds, okay? Esculturas de plantas. Hold on a second. I'm gonna give him something to eat. Yeah. Ok, disculpa de eso. Entonces, arte, cultura de acá, esculturas de plantas, también haciendo arcillas y ceramics. Porque acá en la selva la tierra es arcillas. ¿Cómo escribe arcilla? Arcilla, más o menos, o ceramics. So what I was saying about the ceramics is that what's really cool about the jungle here is that the floor is made out of clay versus soil. Una de las cosas más en la ecología es que vamos a hacer construcción con bambú. Entonces otra parte es la música. Y el tamaño de mis pétalos no significa que uno es más importante que la otra y cosas así, no. Es que no soy muy bien mi dibujante, como puedes ver. Ok, entonces en la música vamos a hacer instrumentos con materiales acá, como que maracas, zampoñas, baterías acústicos, diferentes cosas así. También usan la música para enseñar danzas tradicionales de la selva de todo Perú. También cantando y cosas así, ¿no? Otra podría ser natural instruments. Un lugar importante es la ciencia y matemáticas. Y ese lugar está inspirado por mi hermano porque él es un señor re chévere y estudia ingeniero de biomédicos, ¿no? Entonces él siempre ha hecho cosas muy interesantes en las escuelas, ¿no? De su niñez, él estaba guiando a los demás en cómo hacer robots o como que prostéticos. Entonces esos lugares inspirados por mi hermano, y yo veo acá que Perú faltan mucho los medicinas modernas, el apoyo médico moderno y cosas así. Entonces yo sé muchos niños que quiere conocer a mi hermano, quiere estudiar con mi hermano y cosas así. Entonces eso es inspirado por él. Y otro lugar es de espiritualidad. Entonces eso es un proyecto por las personas alejadas. Ya vas a encontrar muchos diferentes grupos nativos que su espiritualidad se cambia un poco, ¿no? Acá también en Perú tú encuentras adventistas, cristianos, ortodoxos, todos así. Entonces aprender tolerancia de las diferentes religiones. También yo soy hindú y así tener un Entonces eso más o menos es como que la idea. Pedagogía 3000, que tiene los 7 pétalos. Y una de las otras partes del proyecto es en la escuela alternativa a tener el sistema de selva, que es de United Kingdom, de Europa, y es un sistema de escuela alternativa que se enfoca en la naturaleza. Entonces como que eso es un proyecto por los niños y personas alejados. Entonces ahí es donde podemos darles una educación que es más en su estilo de vida, ¿no? Entonces, esos dos tipos de escuelas alternativas son muy importantes. Ya yo toqué las diferentes poblaciones que quiero tener en el proyecto y cómo todo eso se funciona es como que con su fundación en terapia, ¿no? A sanar a uno mismo de los traumas que ya se encuentra en la vida. Entonces, sí, ese es el proyecto más o menos. Entonces quería comunicar con todos porque hay muchas personas nuevas que son interesados en estar asociados conmigo en el proyecto. Yo estoy buscando asociados, personas legales que quieren venir acá a hacer una promesa de 6 a 3 meses. No necesita estar en un solo vez, pero puede estar a través del año, que tú vas a venir por lo menos 2 veces al año para estar en las reuniones de proyecto y darnos ideas de cómo podemos adelantar. Y cómo podemos todos juntos recoger donaciones por la ONG y cómo podemos buscar fundaciones para adelantarnos. So I'm always looking for associates, legal representatives to be in the NGO with me. Our project name is Sanándome Entre Árboles, which means healing me through the trees, because I want every single person to realize that their healing journey starts with themselves. And so I had always found that healing myself came from nature and being very close to her. So if you are interested in becoming a legal representative of this NGO, what I'm asking is that you come down at least twice a year to spend some time with us. I'm looking for people who are able to come down 3 months or more within the project, so that way you can really know what's going on. Peru allows you 6 months stay. If you can't do 3 months at one time, then at least making the promise that you can come down like 90 days worth of time. And so having it become a project where we are doing it internationally, having an international support system, and allowing the native culture to grow from Peru, because it's a beautiful thing, and allowing the external support to also bring in things like mejoradas de médicos y cosas así, ¿no? Entonces, si estás interesado en estar representaje legal en la ONG, por favor, márcate abajo y podemos comunicar, o si quieres te puedes hacer un mensaje privado. If you're interested in being a legal representative, please write a comment below or send me a private message. Hopefully some of these resources and my explanations kind of help out with all of this. And since one of my populations is pregnant adolescent women, girls, we're definitely going to be having a women's shelter, having like a red tent for the menstruals, for lactations. So we need all of the doulas, all of the all of the midwives that we can. I hope everyone has a great morning, a great start to their day, and I look forward to reaching out to new people and to hearing from new people who are interested in the project. So what I'm doing currently in the project is right now I'm working in a gym for some other people, but I just talked to yesterday this really beautiful woman who I had met earlier, and her husband has made several orphanages around Peru in the jungle, and so they're helping me find local funding, and they've got a little 3-story building that could be built up to 4 stories that I'm going to use as like a little house for myself, and opening up the alternative school in the city, the jungle city, so then that way I can start working with the local community in something that's my place. Because I've been working in other places for so long, and it's beautiful, and I love giving to those other people, but it's also very stressful because here in Peru, one of the other populations that we're going to be working with is family abuse, and so when it's not my place, I don't have the ability to completely say, this is not right, you cannot do what you're doing, and be very vocal about it for being evicted from the place and everything like that. So I'm currently looking for a few fundings to either buy this building, which is $90,000, or they said that I can rent it for about $500 a month, and try to buy it in a few months or to a year. Hey Carly, hey, thanks for stopping in. I'm just talking about the project. If anyone would like to make a donation, that's what it would be going to, getting my little school and healing center in the city running up. I've got lots of meetings lately with local communities and groups here in Peru that have funding, so you are not the only one. But that's what I'm trying to do right now, because I've been trying for the last 3 years to buy land, and that's been a really hard process because they see I'm a white girl, and so they've taken advantage of me so much. But that's why I decided, you know what, let's start in the city where people can get to know me, they can start to have a lot of confidence, they can see what our project is about, and then we'll move forward. So if anyone's interested in becoming a legal representative, please let me know. If anyone wants to make a donation and just kind of play out, please let me know. You could do that by PayPal with the email address ongsanandome@gmail.com. And I am here always ready to give advice on health. I'm always here to explain about my project and try and explain it in as many languages as I can so that everyone has an idea of what's going on. Shh. Yeah, Everest. And so I'm gonna go take some time to pay attention to my child because he is needy. But please contact me if you're interested in the project. Thank you so much. Have a great day.